So what is after purse piece? Right. Hi there, welcome to another video. I'm Dani, and in this video I'm going to share my reflections on my handbag collection, or technically my handbag collection video, because my handbag collection has actually changed since that video, and I would say that it's moved in the correct direction. In my handbag collection video there were 31 handbags. Some were luxury bags, some were bags from contemporary brands, and I also filmed my most used bags as well as my most neglected bags. So obviously, you know, I've come to some realization from making these videos. I have some goals set for this year as to how I'm going to be shopping, and I'm putting in the video so that I can keep myself accountable. So in no particular order, my first reflection, I have a lot of red bags. And yeah, so I'm gonna really try hard not to buy any red bags this year. Anyway, and there's another thing about red bags, they don't hold value. So I guess, you know, if I really want a red bag, I should buy it on the pre-loved market. Next reflection, I also have too many mini bags, and you know, the mini bags was such a huge trend before, and you know, all these YouTubers were talking about mini bags, and I got really influenced to buy mini bags. So I purchased a lot of mini bags, and you know, right now my life has changed and I don't really have a need for mini bags anymore. The other thing that I realized is stop buying things so quickly, because you know, you can only use so many things in a certain period of time. Once that stage passes, the need for those items are not there anymore, but suddenly you've had collected so many, and each of them you've only used them so little because you've got so many. My third reflection, I purchased a lot of mini pochettes. I managed to collect 6 mini pochettes in the last couple of years, and although in my last mini pochette unboxing where I purchased this one from a subscriber, I did say that I was going to buy some more. Actually, turned out that that was the mini pochette that I was after the whole time, and I feel at peace with owning all the different mini pochettes that I have now. So I really don't intend on buying another one unless it's somehow priced really well. I'm also moving towards, you know, medium or small bags at least. I've since become more educated with regards to my skincare, and I always talk about in my videos about how I carry sunscreen everywhere. So that's the other main reason why I can't use mini bags anymore, because my essentials now include sunscreen. My next reflection, this might be number 6. I have enough ornamental collectible bags. So what are they? My Lady Dior, she's not particularly user-friendly, but I absolutely love how she looks, so she'll forever be in my collection. My Hermes bags, so my Kelly as well as my Birkin, because they're so expensive, you know, I hesitate a little bit to use them. Maybe one day when I become like a billionaire and I can own like 10 Hermes Birkins and Hermes Kellys, then maybe I'll be a little bit less precious about them because I can rotate them really easily. The other one in that category is my Chanel Classic Flat. The price increases have affected me in that way. So although I'm glad that, you know, the price is going up from the point of view of, you know, my handbags appreciating in value, but I can't replace it. If I damage my Classic Flap, I can't replace it. So the other ornamental decorative collectible bag that I have, it is my Louis Vuitton Rossmore clutch. Now I know it's not a collector's item, but I can't help but not use it that much. Firstly, it's a mini bag. Secondly, it's patent leather, so it's very, you know, it's a bit more delicate. I have to make sure I don't get color transfer, and because it's a clutch, it's meant to be an evening bag. Usually when you carry an evening bag, you want it to look like a pristine bag. Yeah, so I kind of want to keep it in pristine condition and just use it occasionally. And then my other issues are my other Chanel bags. So my Chanel vintage bag, my Chanel Square Mini, those are really hard to come by now. So yeah, I don't really use them. They made it to my neglected bags list. My closet is decorated enough now. My next reflection slash goal is no more Damier Azur or Vachetta. Oh, I have my Louis Vuitton PM. That was my first luxury handbag that I purchased from boutique, and initially I was like, okay, well, let's buy an insert for it, because you're worried about the light color interior, let's get you an insert. So I put an insert in, but now, like, you know, I'm still a little bit worried about using it because I love how pristine it is. Anyway, that bag actually should have made it to my most neglected bag list, but I forgot all about it. Now let's talk about bags that I am selling or have sold as part of my reflections. So bags I've sold already. Some of these may surprise you because these were bags that I actually really enjoyed and made it to my most used list. So my Marc Jacobs Softbox 20. I made such a glowing review on that bag, and I did. I really love the capacity of the bag. I love the look. Perhaps I would have preferred it in a brighter color because, you know, I've also come to the realization that I am not really into black bags. The main reason I sold it was because of that zipper opening, and I did mention that in all of my videos when I talked about that bag. It just came to a point when I went to reach for that bag. The first thought that came to my mind was that you're going to get scratched all day today using that bag. So, you know, I would put it down and go and reach for a different bag, especially since I bought my Coach Hadley. That's such an easy bag to open and close. Sure, it's not as secure, so it's not so good for travel, but color that I love, you know, because I like bright colors. But essentially, I started reaching for that bag a bit more. And of course, now I also have my Coach Cassie, and I do enjoy using that a lot as well. So yeah, I just got tired of getting scratched by those zippers. You'll see in some of my videos how I will talk about scratchy zippers, and I don't want to buy those bags anymore. The next bag that I sold that did make it to my list of most used bags is my Michael Kors Slater extra small backpack. I did love that bag, and I think it is such a functional bag to use, but I was not reaching for it because I guess I've had my time with it. You know, I've used it so much already. I did give it one last hurrah towards the end of last year when I traveled overseas, and it served me really well, but feel like there are other bags that will spark joy, and I just felt that 31 handbags was just too much to have, especially if I have intentions of buying, you know, other bags as well. So that bag I've sold. If you're looking for a very functional mini backpack that's convertible, I would still highly recommend it. I also sold a Kate Spade wallet on chain. I actually thought I sold that bag already, but I found it in my cupboard and I went, oh, well, this is still here. I think I must have tried to sell it in the past, but it didn't sell, so that's why it's still in my cupboard. But yeah, so that again was another mini bag. I found it really useful at a time when I was not carrying sunscreen from day to day. I'm also intending on selling my Coach nylon swinger. Love that bag, but again, it's too small. The other two small bags that I'm planning on selling is my Saint Laurent Walk as well as my Chanel Walk. I don't have enough occasions to use them, and because I want to keep my Louis Vuitton Rossmore clutch, I feel like, okay, one luxury clutch is really enough. I did say before that I have explored dupes, and I did go ahead and purchase myself a Kelly Pochette dupe. Oh, it is so beautiful and obviously a very affordable price. And I purchased it in a neutral color, which means that if I don't want to use my Louis Vuitton Rossmore clutch, I have a neutral colored bag in my collection. And the fact that I now have a neutral colored bag, it's really liberated me, I feel, to let go of my very beautifully colored latte colored Saint Laurent wallet on chain. That bag had a vice on me because I absolutely love the color, and that was the only thing about that Saint Laurent walk that got me, the color, because I still feel like it doesn't fit enough for me for any phone covers. Tend to be quite bulky. In terms of the bags that I'm not selling, they are the bags that I bought new. A lot of my bags that I purchased new, I've owned them for a while, but I haven't had that much use out of them, so I deserve that. I feel like, you know, I deserve that. I'm worthy of that. I want to be able to have some bags that are new for myself to use. I do have a lot of pre-loved bags as well, but yeah, so, you know, I want to have a balance. And obviously with the bags that I purchased new, I have no question about authenticity whatsoever. And also with the price increases at the moment, my increasing familiarity with purchasing pre-loved bags, I don't know, I feel like moving forward, I probably don't want to buy any more bags new from store anymore unless it's for a very special reason. Bags that I bought new from boutique would be my Louis Vuitton Neo Noe, my Louis Vuitton Tolly PM, my Rossmore clutch, my Palace, my Saint Laurent medium envelope bag, my Saint Laurent wallet on chain. I did buy my Saint Laurent wallet on chain new, but that one it's probably the only one I'm happy to let go of. So although I do feel that 31 handbags that showed up in my handbag collection video was too much, I just want to clarify that although it's too much, I'm going to adjust it a little bit. And it's not that I won't buy handbags anymore. You know, let's face it, I love shopping, you know, call me a shopping addict if you want. Am I in denial? I'm not sure. Anyway, but I follow Austin Williams, and he is a financial minimalist and extremely frugal. And I do feel very inspired by these sorts of channels because I find they balance me out a little bit. And when there are times when I feel slightly overwhelmed with my desire to shop, I'll go and watch one of these videos. And one of the things that Austin said that struck a nerve with me was, If you are a shopping addict or you've led a very materialistic life, don't expect to go from that sort of life to no buy whatsoever. It's totally not realistic. It's sort of like saying you want to go from no exercise to exercising 5 to 6 days a week. It's not particularly sustainable. And in this video over here, which I really appreciate from Austin, he talks about how to make adjustments slowly to modify our perspectives so that we don't dread our life, we don't dread our goals, we don't dread what we're doing. I've put myself on ban island over and over again. It usually works for a short while, but after that I fail. Just because I fail a lot, it doesn't mean that I give up altogether. So I guess that's what I'm going to try to do with myself. So let's talk about what I will still be buying after I reach purse piece. So with regards to the bags that were featured in my most used bags video, I realized that I'm much more willing to use a bag if it was, you know, an affordable price. I bought it at a discount. It's a bag that is replaceable. Also, if it's pre-loved, because there's already quite a lot of wear and tear on it. So moving forward, I probably will focus on purchasing those kinds of bags. So if I buy a new bag, it'll probably be from a contemporary brand and also ideally heavily discounted. I've also mentioned Tanner Leather Sign. I guess prior to being enlightened or educated by Tanner, I've always, you know, held the luxury houses in really high regard, in a sense that when I pay such high prices, I am expecting higher quality, I am expecting a really good service, you know, before sales as well as after sales. But given the direction of some of these luxury houses, Chanel, Balenciaga, that's not always the case. And since I've discovered Tanner's channel, I appreciate that, you know, I have other options that I can enjoy now. So here are some rules slash guidelines that I have written down for myself to follow. Okay, I'm generally keen on making sure that every handbag I purchase is under 400 Australian dollars in general. I'm going to try and avoid buying any contemporary brand bags between the price of, you know, 800 Australian dollars to $2,000. And that's because based on my investigation, you actually can get a Louis Vuitton or a Chanel for that price range. So yeah, I just want to be really careful about what I buy with regards to contemporary brands. They may look affordable. It depends on where you shop. The other thing that I've noticed is that the prices are coming down on the pre-loved market. This includes things like for Birkins and Kellys and, you know, Louis Vuitton, Chanel. All the prices seem to be coming down on the pre-loved market, which is probably a more accurate reflection of the current economic times, as opposed to the crazy price increases that the boutiques are doing. And at the moment, based off what I've seen on the pre-loved market, between 250 to 500 Australian dollars, you can actually get like pre-loved Fendi, pre-loved Celine, Loewe, Prada. So yeah, and to me, the hunt is part of the thrill anyway. And this year, if my overall spend on luxury handbags or contemporary bags can be under 8,000 Australian dollars, I'm going to try and hit an even lower target, but I think 8,000 would be a reasonable reduction from my previous year's spending. I'm really going to try and avoid buying Coach as well as Tory Burch. And that's because, you know, travel has opened up. And Coach and Tory Burch are often so much cheaper when purchased in the United States. So hopefully I'll get a chance to travel to the United States and just go and buy them straight from outlet or from the boutiques over there. And I guess the other concern about purchasing Tory Burch and Coach online on the pre-loved market, not from the brands themselves, is that there are actually a lot of fakes. And I don't know anyone who can authenticate Coach or Tory Burch. So yeah, I'm just going to try and steer clear of them unless I am purchasing directly from boutique in America. Brands that I've become more and more curious about are Mulberry and Faury Lepage. And I intend on checking them out in store when I travel. So now this also means that there will be a lot of handbags that I will have to resist. So my intention is to also publish these handbags to say which ones I have resisted. And maybe if I project that energy out into the universe, some of it can be absorbed by you guys. And of course, there's going to be lots of handbag reviews and comparisons. If you value that kind of content and if you enjoyed this video, certainly like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and thank you for sticking with me this far into the video. If you are still here watching, please leave me a fish emoji in the comment section. And if you missed this video and you're interested in hearing how I arrived at purse piece, go ahead and click over here.